Hey everyone, my name is Chad Flynn and I will be your instructor for Marketing 1324 Small Business Development at BCIT. I thought I would do just a quick little video as an introduction to myself and an introduction to a course so you have an understanding of where the course is going and where I'm coming from. So I've been teaching now at BCIT for the past 10 years. I have been teaching over in the School of Construction and Environment. I teach in a trades training program over there, as well as in the School of Business because I've had lots of experience as far as having trades businesses and other businesses as well. Now, I have been teaching an Entrepreneurship for Trades course over at the School of Business and now teaching this Marketing Small Business Development. My background is I am a red seal electrician. I also have my Master of Arts in Learning and Technology. And I have had a few businesses along the way. I've had a couple of electrical businesses that I've ended up selling off to some partners or to some other companies that have bought me out, as well as I was the operations manager for quite a large firm up in Fort McMurray during the oil boom. We had upwards of about 300 people. So I have a good idea of how businesses are set up. Now, one thing I love about small business and about entrepreneurship is just the creative side of things. And you'll see that as we talk more and more as the course goes. I just get so excited when I talk about this stuff because it just helps us to get our juices flowing. And to me, I just get excited talking about it. As you can see, I'm starting to get a little misty. I just mentioned it now. That's kind of my background. And again, you'll hear more stories and I'll share more stories with you as I go. Now, just to give you a rundown of how the course is going to work, yes, it is a fully online course. However, that doesn't mean that we're not going to have room for collaboration, and it will be actually quite interactive. So that's the way I like to run my online courses. So what we're doing here is you obviously, if I'm opening up my D2L shell here, I've got my course home, which you are hopefully in because you're watching this video, so you must be at a certain point of the course. So you go to the content. Now, if you're in the content, you'll be running through. So this is just the start here stuff. So this is how I evaluate you. Definitely, I would go through all this. Just a couple things I want to bring to your attention is this apps you will need. I will do the majority of my communication with you through this course shell, and I'll talk to you about that in a second, but also through an app called Slack. And Slack is a group messaging app. So instead of having to get everybody's phone numbers and then sending out group texts, which don't always work, I set up a Slack channel. And Slack is over here. So if I open this up, I got Marketing 1324. There's different channels you can set up here. So I have a business plan channel. I'll have one for each unit of the course. And then what you can also do is I've invited all of you. So I expect that all of you will be in here. And I can direct message you, or we're going to actually have groups set up so I can actually chat with you within your groups. Now, the reason why I use Slack as opposed to the chat feature in D2L is I just find that Slack is way more intuitive, and the chat features, I've used them before, and they're not that great within D2L. It's an awesome program, but it's lacking in some areas. So that's the first one, Slack. The next one you need to go ahead and download is, or get set up with, is Flipgrid. And Flipgrid is a video messaging app. So basically we'll be able to have face-to-face discussions. And the reason why I like it is it's always nice to put a name to the face or a face to the name, and just to hear your stories, from person to person as opposed to just always text. So I always like to set up a Flipgrid, and what we're going to do is your first assignment actually is going to be an introduction. So you'll be introducing yourself. I'll just open this up and show you. So you introduce yourself, share why you're taking this course, and tell us something special about you. So it's honestly 2 minutes, I think, is what I've got it set up for right now. So it doesn't have to be this long thing, just a little quick one. And while you're taking the course, try to stay away from the I'm taking it because I need the 3 credits to get my business degree. Why are you into entrepreneurship? Why are you into small business development? Just share a little bit about stuff like that. That would be great. Now, some things also to mention, if we go back to here, content. You'll notice that every single module, and I'll start with module 1, is set up with, you'll have entrepreneurship. So this is the module 1 will contain entrepreneurship. There'll be a bunch of stuff, activities and things to read within that module. Business structures, that'll be another one. Same thing. You'll have a bunch of stuff to read and do within there. Another thing I really want to bring to your attention is the discussion and quizzes section. Every single module will have a discussion forum in it. And so you'll be going into there and you'll be answering the question, and there's topic that'll be opened up for the first one here. What is an entrepreneur? You'll open that up and you will respond. So here's how it's going to work for the week. On a Monday, I will release the discussion topic. By Wednesday, I would have expected that everybody will have answered the discussion topic. So it's just typically like 150 to 300 words on the topic that you'll get. And then by that Friday, and this is for every single discussion topic, so don't say you haven't been warned, I would like you to respond to 2 others as well. So whether it's asking questions or responding or agreeing or bringing things to other people's attentions, I just find it's a great place to collaborate and to work with people. Now you'll also notice that we have practice quizzes. So you will have practice quizzes. Those count for no marks. However, they're just there to help you kind of brush up on what you were to learn throughout this module and the chapters that we're reading in the textbooks. So it's just a quick little 15 question test, practice test, just to make sure that you're on track. So every single unit will have one of those. So if you see module 2, same thing, you've got feasibility, competition, sales forecasting, discussions, and quizzes. So every unit will have that. So like I said, this is going to be very interactive. This is not a just go at your own pace. Every week, module 1 will be released in week 1, module 2 week 2, module 3 week 3. Then you've got the midterm, module 4 week 4, module 5 week 5. And we're also going to be having a group project, which I will discuss later on in the course as we go as well. So if you thought this was just a typical sit down and just read through a bunch of stuff and do quizzes type of online course, I'm afraid you're wrong. That doesn't make it bad. This is actually, I love teaching online courses because I find they can be so interactive, so much fun. We can have a lot of great discussion and we can all learn a lot from each other. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out to me anytime. Right now, before you set up Slack, you can reach me at chad_flynn@bcit.ca. Just send me an email there. And then once you get your Slack set up, that's the best place to get a hold of me. So it'd be best for you to get Slack set up as soon as possible. And I respond very quickly to that. I usually respond within 24 hours to emails. But if you get me on Slack, I typically do that within that time frame, unless I'm sitting down to have dinner with my family or if I'm driving or something like that. But you get a generally quick response on that. All right, guys. I am super pumped about this course. Hopefully you are as well. If you have any questions, just reach out, and I will see you further on in the course.